Hello and welcome to GraceSeed. I am Peter Rahme. Thank you so much for joining me. On today's GraceSeed Devotional, we look at and learn from the life of Apostle Paul on what to do and what not to do in time of lockdowns and self-isolation. The Bible says, and Apostle Paul writes, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ." That's in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. In Rome, while awaiting his appeal to Caesar, Apostle Paul experienced the self-isolation of house arrest for 2 years. Paul was permitted to stay in his own private quarters with one assigned soldier who was always by his side to watch him. We read the full account in Acts 28, verse 16 to 31. His movements were restricted. He wasn't able to travel far and wide on missionary journeys or spend time with churches as he was accustomed to and loved to do. He and his Roman guard even exercised social distancing, albeit for totally different reasons. So what did Paul do and what didn't he do over his 2 years of house arrest? Well, first of all, he didn't wallow in self-pity. We see that he stayed positive. We read about his emotional and mental health condition in his epistle to the Philippians, which he actually wrote at the same time while he was under house arrest. He writes, "Rejoice in the Lord always," and again I say rejoice. Philippians chapter 4, verse 4. He also did not waste time and therefore waste his life. So not only he stayed positive, but he also stayed proactive. We see that in Acts 28, how he called for the Jewish leaders first to clarify his own situation, and then a follow-up meeting where he carefully explained Christianity to them from morning until evening. But also he didn't worry about what may or may not happen. We know that from his letter to the Philippians, he writes, and the Bible says, "Be anxious for nothing." Let's see now what he did. In Philippians 1:20, he summarized it succinctly. He writes, and the Bible says, "For me to live is Christ." In other words, Christ was not only his source of joy, but also his reason to live. So the first thing he did is he witnessed to whosoever he could. He witnessed to the Praetorian Guard. He writes, "So that my bonds in Christ are manifest in all the palace and all the places." Secondly, he won people to Christ. He writes, "All the saints salute you, chiefly those who are of Caesar's household," in Philippians chapter 4, verse 22. So he witnessed, he won people to Christ, and he wrote 4 amazing New Testament letters to the Philippians, Ephesians, Colossians, and Philemon. As we can see, there are many lessons. However, there is one particular unique and a very timely life lesson that stands out. Lockdown and self-isolation is not the end of ministry. Rather, it's the beginning of something new and bigger. Thank you for listening. Bye for now. And until next time, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.